Hey, what's up, Weedy?
Oh, there's the lighting.
There we go.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello, everyone.
There we go.
Home Prime Media is live and in your face. Smack,
Like
smack,
what?
smack.
All up in your grill, for real. Yeah.
So,
You don't want us, huh?
how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Can't complain.
Yeah.
I cannot complain at all. I'm not doing bad. Every day above ground is a good day. We make the best of it from there. Some days is better than others. Today's a good day. You seen that weather today?
The weather?
That weather.
No, I slept all day.
Well, we shouldn't have to worry about allergy seasons being in effect tonight then, right?
Nope.
Good.
I
Well,
am wide awake.
unlike you, some of us got outside and actually was
It was
in
beautiful.
this California weather.
I got out before it got dark. I seen it. It was beautiful.
Man, it was a beautiful day in Northern California, Sacramento Bay Area. Very nice. It was 66, 67 degrees today.
Oh, yeah.
And clear. When I say clear blue skies and sunshine, clear blue sky, sunshine. It was a nice day. So he was like, man, it was just raining and super cold last week, and now it's looking like spring. But you know, that's California for you, though.
Yeah. Cali lifestyle,
That's
baby.
California weather, baby. But yeah, man. So,
This work in California.
how about yourself?
Oh,
Outside of sleep, what tell them about your last 24 hours.
So I happened to go to karaoke last night,
Oh, okay.
sung some songs, and I left. And by the
Karen.
time I got home, a friend of mine was calling me and telling me she needed to come pick me up for the studio.
Oh, what?
So I was in the studio last night from, I think I made it home like 12:30.
From karaoke?
Yeah, from karaoke.
Yeah, something like that.
And then I got home like 3:45, 4 o'clock out of the studio.
Yeah.
But it was worth it. Please believe me, it was worth it. I had fun.
Karen said, Callie. What's
Hey,
up, Karen?
what's up, Karen?
What's going on with your sister? All right. We appreciate you coming.
How are you?
You feel me? Can you?
So we have to let our audience pick up a little bit.
Yeah. It's gonna be a second
keep
before
going.
everybody get to popping on in her. You know how it is. So in the beginning, as we always say, we suggest that y'all go ahead and get comfortable. If you have small ones,
you got
situated.
small kids sitting there at the bed.
Get them situated.
It's not for children.
If you would like to have yourself an adult beverage to relax to, a little sippy, or you may even
What's she saying?
Want to get yourself together.
Good.
Whatever.
Roll up one.
Boat
relax.
Afloat. Now's the time to go ahead and get that prep. We call this the pre-game. So we're gonna take about 3 or 4 minutes, let everybody get coming on in. And then we're gonna get into this topic, man. Y'all see what the topic is. I'm gonna continue to repeat as people come in, but I felt that this was a topic that had to be discussed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cause I just know that we in a time in today's society where just in general, it seems like you are stuffed with so much violence and negative imagery that you don't get to see images of love as much anymore.
It's like it used to be.
Right. And not just only in society, but in particularly, you don't see that, amongst men.
Right.
And it seems like for some reason it's a stigma or some type of issue where brothers, when I say brothers, I'm not just talking about, anyone of in particular color.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just talking about male. It seems like men in general we have this thing where we are apprehensive to show love towards one another. You know, we don't want to show love, true, genuine love towards one another without being casted.
Hey, Eva.
Eva, hey sis, without being casted to, being weak or soft or, even homosexual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, I had a post on Facebook. So tonight's topic is driven by a post that I had posted on Facebook earlier. And I had seen it on Facebook, where one of my Facebook friends, a young lady named April, shout out to April S, and she had shared a link to I think it was like a YouTube something, but it was like a science shows where men telling each other, it was either like men hugging or men telling each other that they love each other. um, it's effective. It helps scientifically. And so then that made me say, well, damn, you know what? That's crazy because I don't see that no more. Like when I was growing up, you know what I'm saying? Men in my household, we would express our love. We showed each other love. But then not only that, you know what I'm saying? You would see brothers in the street. You're like, you know what I'm saying? All right, brother, I love you, man. And you don't see that no more. And if you see it or you see somebody say it or hear somebody saying it, it's like the first thing that comes from that is something negative. And it's such a positive thing.
Yeah.
Because it seems like society, for whatever reason,
Do you think that comes because of what's been put in society as you have to be gay? Everything that happens,
love towards another man,
right? You gay if you just.
Well, yeah. Oh, I think that definitely has a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? That definitely got a lot to do with it because, like I said, well, now in today's society, you don't have any platforms, really TV shows or music, nothing where you have you know uh, that camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, even like in everything, man, it's just different. Back in rap, you know what I'm saying? You had the big groups, the Wu Tang, the EPMDs, you know what I'm saying, the NWA. No matter what, that was brothers coming together, showing they love for each other. They had the same passion, the same craft, and it was a competitive industry, but they was a group doing it because they had each other's back, and they wanted everybody to know this is whatever, right. And we got love for each other. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's like it's not that no more. In football, in basketball, you would see rival basketball teams, Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan, come to the middle of the court and give each other hugs, right, and say, "I love you, man." You know what I'm saying? Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like we didn't think nothing of it. We didn't be like, oh man, Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing is gay. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But now if you know what I'm saying, see LeBron and D Wade do it, it's questions behind it. You know what I'm saying? And I know that because we done had a culture shift and times change too. But it's just like, I think because of those stigmas, it prevents men from showing that love to each other outwardly. Yeah. And I think that's a big problem because then what that does is that paints a picture for the generation coming behind.
Well, it definitely has painted a picture for the young people coming behind, because you don't even get that. It's not only affecting men; it's affecting girls too. You know what I'm saying? It's like even with your family, some of the kids being raised today don't know what it is to say, uncle, I love you,
I
or
love
auntie,
you.
I love you, or expect a hug, and then because it stopped. I don't know whether it's just stopped being taught in
Yes,
the home
yeah,
or
yeah.
what the effect where it came from. But when I was, I know when I was someone when I was young because I was raised by a crazy. This woman was the best that you can have as a mother, and she always taught us how to love each other,
Love on each other.
love your relatives, no matter how much they treat you, how much they do wrong, how they treat you. You continue to love them.
Right.
You know, and that's all I ever knew how to do. But then she didn't teach me how to say you can't make them love you back, and how to let go.
Right.
So.
Right. That's true. You know what I'm saying? And the thing I see about it is like, it's like it's funny because on one side, we when I say we, I mean society. On one side, society will show nothing but uh, 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 these images of where they're pushing a certain type of agenda, but then they don't want for men to. It's like you got to be in a box. You either got to be this super ultra violent killer alpha male or you're gay. And it's like the way that they are, structuring it, there's no in between. You can't just be a regular heterosexual male, just living your life, and be okay with expressing your emotions and because every society got so many boxes that they just waiting to fit, stereotype or try to put you or cash you into. And I think that's what
I think the gay agenda is being pushed very, very, very hard.
Yes, absolutely.
And it seems that there, like I think who was that saying? There was a time when being discriminated against was real big. It's like, whoa, but it's like now they will look over you being discriminated and let a gay person say, "Well, he called me gay."
Well, what you
Or
that was me. Yeah, that was me that made the comment. We were talking and we made the comment where discrimination now, just for example, like if you're in the workforce and you are a person of color and you go to HR and you tell them about a supervisor or a coworker saying something that was derogatory or offensive about your ethnicity or skin color, you probably will have less of a reaction from a corporate HR department versus if you were a homosexual male and you went to HR and you said that one of your supervisors or constituents, coworkers, said something to you about your sexual orientation. HR in today's time, HR is going to move faster when somebody goes and complains about that than if they would about racial discrimination. And that's no knock on gays or anyone in the LGBT community at all. That's the structure that society has in place. They have now switched gears and kind of pretty much made that the LGBT and the Me Too movement the new discrimination acts. And all of that, all of that in body has a lot to do with why I think that men in particularly aren't so verbal when it comes to expressing how they feel.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. I think that it's our duty though as young men and middle-aged men and older men. I think that it's our responsibility to be that template for these young men, the youth, these 16 and younger, You know, the ones that ain't barely even hit adolescence yet, the ones in high school, they have to have a mirror to look into so that they can be able to see it. Because, you know, if they don't see, you know, the brothers in their community showing that
Right.
love, where else they gonna get it from? You ain't gonna see it on TV. You ain't gonna see it on
Well, they're gonna see a different
YouTube
type of
or
love. It's
Instagram.
gonna have to have something to do with how, you know, society wants them to be. They'll see it. There won't be no. It won't be the type where it's that's my brother. I love that man. I grew up with that
Right,
man. It's gonna be like, oh, that's my lover. That's the shit they're gonna see on TV,
right.
and they're gonna think it's cool.
And the thing is, depending on what you are taught or your beliefs, then you're going to either lean towards that or shy away from it.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly true, because that puts us in the position where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know, and I just think that all of this shit be like kind of lightweight structured, because it's like, if you look at it, the whole the whole lean in music. Okay, in the 80s, all of the hip hop and urban music was about pro black self-awareness, consciousness, and all that. In the 90s, it was about the same thing, early 90s. Then the late 90s, they start taking a twist. Remember, in the early 90s, in the real like beginning mid 90s, hip hop had kind of like a melodic player like feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And vibe to it. That's when you had, you know what I mean, the Jodeci's and all that
Right.
coming in, and it was like, you know, R&B had a big influence on hip hop, and LL was doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, you know, you had love in the air inside of the music. Then in the mid to late 90s, that shit switched up, and the gangsta hit the scene. And it's like everything changed with that. The sports changed, the way sports and entertainers look. Now the entertainers and the sports figures start looking alike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything switched. You went from having the corporate clean cut Michael Jordan look, and the music's of Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson did music together, videos together. The song we were just listening to, It Ain't Too Hard for Me to Jam. That was about Space Jam. That was
I remember.
you know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan was in the video.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was on the soundtrack.
Right.
And they were showing love together. They was playing, having fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the video. Now you switch, fast forward, you know, 5-10 years later, you start to get that gangster feel into it. And then you start having the basketball players looking like the hip hop heads now. Gold teeth, braids. You know what I'm saying? And society was cool with that, because they was trying to push an agenda.
Yeah.
They want basketball players, entertainers, football players, all that to have a certain type of image. And it was the gangster. And with that came gangsters.
Supposedly.
Now look. Now the entertainers, now they have a different look. What's the look of today's
tight fitting ass, hole in the knees,
the rappers,
hole in the thighs,
the rappers and the entertainers and the sports figures, all is on this supposed high fashion, what they call high fashion European look.
That's not nothing high fashion about that.
And now look what's coming along with it. Do you see where I'm going with it? Now look what's coming along with it. Now you got the LGBT and the Me Too. So I'm trying to show where there's a connection. And like you said, it's going to be whatever society says. This is what we want y'all doing now. At one period, it was about love. Then it became about gangster to erase the love. Then when they put the gangster in to erase the love, Now they bringing in the new move, what we seeing right now, where you know that agenda supersedes everything else.
Yeah. Yes, that is definitely.
So to combat that, to try to keep it alive, I think the only thing, like I was saying on Facebook, I was on Facebook and we got a good response on Facebook about the post on Facebook that I put. I said, um, is it okay? I said, fellas, is it okay for uh
Non-related.
is it okay to say I love you to a male non-related to you or something of that nature? Is it okay for men to say I love you to non-related males or something like that? And it got a good response. It had like 140 something comments and interactions. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, what everybody, all the brothers that came in and said something about it, what they were saying was, yeah, it's fine. And I didn't have nobody coming in and like, nah, that ain't cool. Everybody that came in and said, yeah, it's cool. I do it all the time. And so it made me start, when I was responding to their replies, I was leaving comments to um, pull out information to try to understand why we are where we at as a society with this issue. Because everybody was hitting saying, yeah, man, ain't nothing wrong with it. I do it all the time. But nobody argued the fact that we're not doing it enough.
Right.
And that they don't notice it happening as well. So it's like we may be doing it individually on our own, in our own little circles amongst ourselves. But I think, men, we need to make a concerted effort to start purposely doing it even more so that it's seen and known in public.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we got to provide a balance. If our kids, if our young men can turn on their phones as soon as they wake up in the morning and they get flooded with negative image after image from the time they wake up, go to school, come out of school, whatever.
Yeah.
We got to do something to provide a balance.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? They got to be able to go to the barbershop and see the brothers that's a little older than them, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever they do, but they chopping it up and they showing love. All right, my brother, I see you, man. All right, take care, man. I love you, man. Be easy, bro. Oh, what's up with my dude? Well, that's my guy. And shake his hand and give a brother a hug. Ain't nothing homosexual about that, man. Ain't nothing fuddy-duddy, funny. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's showing genuine love, compassion towards a comrade. You feel me? When you in the military and you're in a foxhole and you fighting with somebody and bombs start to land within 100 feet, 30 clicks from where you at, whatever, and you think your life is on the line, and you got somebody next to you fighting to keep you and them alive, you don't think that you're going to tell that person I love you? Y'all make it up out of that. You don't think you're not going to show gratitude toward each other and say, man, thanks, man. You had my motherfucking back. You kept me alive. I love you, man.
Yeah.
But society will try to annihilate that. And it's a reason. And it's a reason for it. I hope y'all didn't think that we was just going to, have a topic like that and it was going to just be, where you could run with it and take the title. Oh, they talk about, no, we going to break this shit down. There's a reason. Why would society not want for men to show love and compassion towards each other without having to be put in a box?
Can you say that again?
Why would society?
Hold on, I need to hear that because that's a good question. That's a very good question.
The question is, why? Here, let me where my phone at? Because we weren't supposed to go live from what's name.
I know, but we have a low audience, and
It don't matter. It's sometimes it be like that. But since you live, you little sneaky ting, the question is, why would society try to make it to where men? Hold on, since we doing it like that, I'll be right back.
He's going to get his phone because we want to talk about this subject. We want to talk about this subject. Why is it that society said that men cannot show their feelings toward their homeboy by saying "I love you"? You know, when you got a homeboy you've been knowing for years, and you know, society says that that's a sign of being gay, right?
Weakness. Not even just being gay, just being weak, soft.
So we want to get a lot of men opinion
not masculine
on this topic right now. We are also on YouTube right now live.
They gonna have to come over to YouTube.
And I need you guys to come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube and let me know.
Man.
What's up, Alita?
I broke my phone.
Oh my gosh, he broke his phone, and it is worse. It's worse than mine.
Right, you see that?
Oh my goodness, you must dropped it on a rock or something.
Cement.
With a piece of dog poop.
No.
So, Eva says,
that society, not your upbringing. Society has a lot of rules,
but how you raise is a whole different thing. Right.
Absolutely.
I agree with that too.
Absolutely.
I agree with that. So
see, the
ask
biggest
the question
problem
again.
The biggest problem. So what the topic is about for everybody that just come in. I'm finna go in.
I'm gonna let him get open up on his
So as the people on YouTube can see what the topic is, but I'll let y'all know because I'll go back in and repeat again once I get live. But the topic is basically, I had a post on Facebook and we asked them, is it okay for men to tell other men that are not related to them, I love you? You know, I posted that on Facebook and had a good response to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was eye-opening, a very eye-opening question and topic.
Mm-hmm.
And something that got to be discussed because a lot of brothers, everybody that came on said, yeah, it's no problem with saying it. Absolutely. Of course, we should be able to do that. Yeah, I do it all the time. And then I seen so many people responding saying that to where I said, okay, well, if that's the case, then I know that I'm not the only one that is noticing that it's not seen in society. Everybody's saying that it's cool to do, and yes, it's okay, but I don't see it nowhere I go. And I know that I'm not the only one. So I start, picking people's brains and start responding to the comments and saying, well, why don't we see it? And then that opened up a whole different layer of conversation. And it's definitely something that has to be talked about and something that we have to start to work on.
So what's the question that you want to ask the men in the room?
So the post was, is it all right to tell another man that's not related to you that you love them? But even further than that,
are you saying why you said not related?
Not related to you. That is
because
not
most of the time you tell
you don't have a problem telling your cousin, your dad,
Okay.
your uncle, your grandpa, I love you. There's no harm, no foul in that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking about your friend. I'm talking about the mechanic that's been fixing your car for 20 years.
Yeah.
Your barber that's been your barber for the last
because women don't have a problem
years.
doing that.
your kids football coach that coached your kids,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, since they was 5 and 12. I'm talking about that. You know what I mean? I'm talking about, cats that you come across and you meet, you may have only known them 3 or 4 years, but they solid as all get out. Always been there every time you need them, never let you down, always been 100. Hey, is it a problem with, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, whoop, you on the phone with them? And when y'all get off the phone, all right, bro, man, be easy, man. Hey, man, I'm finna get up out of here, man. I gotta fly to Chicago. All right, man, be safe, bro. Have a safe trip, bro. I love you.
Yeah,
is there a problem with doing that without having that stigma of, whoa, that was suspect? Or
right.
damn, is that nigga gay?
It shouldn't be a problem. It actually should not be a problem. But the world we live in today, that type of showing emotion is like very rare. Because now when you do it, it's like, man, did you hear him say he love that nigga?
Right.
So it makes it seem like it makes I would say the person that says that, it makes me say, well, why can't that person say that to that person? What's wrong
weird.
with you?
Right. And see, that's exactly. That's what I said. I'm like, if you thinking like, if you feel genuinely that you care about that person, and that's how you feel, and you know that is no there's no sexual connotation behind it, that's just your boy.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't even have no thought of, first off, is he gonna take this the wrong way? Right. And then your boy shouldn't be like, oh man, that was suspect. What type of shit is he on?
Right.
Unless he on some type of shit too, especially if you ain't never showed him no type of, you know what I'm saying, reason to be thinking like that of you. I think that we be so worried about being boxed in and not being ourselves. Mm-hmm. That's what I think the biggest thing is. We no longer comfortable in our own skin and being ourselves, and we so driven by what society say we should or shouldn't be. Like, who was that on YouTube? Eva said, society, not your upbringing, but society has a lot of rules, but how you was raised is a whole different thing. And you got, and the post, what I was talking to on Facebook and I was saying to the brothers was, I really don't notice it amongst our youth. Mm-hmm. And see, that's the difference, is the youth's upbringing. Mm-hmm. and how society has an impact on the young men versus men of my age and older, is these youngsters go with the flow of whatever society is going on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's why I think that we don't see it as much, and why it may not seem as acceptable, because I think maybe a lot of these youngsters is under the pressure of being put in one of these different boxes. So that's what you know.
So you don't think it got something to do with them growing the way they're being raised at home?
Possibly, but I don't think as much so.
You don't think that maybe?
Well, that's a kind of a double-sided.
Okay, because they can be lacking. They can be. I
was just about to say, because
at home they don't know how to give that.
Right. I was just gonna say, not necessarily is it. Hold on. Keep that. Let me.
All right, I got to be the op.
No, that's good. I like that, because
so that's I'm gonna read what somebody says over here. Lee. Let me see, make sure I haven't missed anybody. Okay. Lee says, always tell him they don't get it twisted. You mean blood like a brother or mother? Yeah.
Yeah. I blood. I'm not talking about gang affiliation or association. I'm talking about related. That's why I said related. So someone not related to you. So someone that is not of your family. I mean, like, you're not your siblings, parents, grandparents, uncle, none of that. Yeah, even in-laws, because they're considered related to you. I'm talking about somebody that's not in your family, someone outside of your family.
And then when you use that word love, do people really mean that shit though? Because people use it now so frequently, like it's like
Well,
it rolls
that's
off
a
the
whole
tongue.
that's a whole different topic, because that's not a problem with men saying it amongst each other. That's, if we go there, that's a problem in general. That's a whole different, that's something completely different. The topic that we talk about, and the problem is men even taking that initiative to say it,
right?
If they mean it or not. Because the problem is, a lot of times brothers mean it, but even if they mean it, they won't say it. Right. Whereas we don't see that issue with females.
What's up, godson?
You know what I'm saying? We don't see that issue with females. Females, they say that shit and they show that shit outwardly all the time.
Yeah.
What's up, sis? I love you. They could be lying, but they do it. They show it.
Right.
And at least in public, you see it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see that shit amongst men, especially young men.
And that's true, because
that's the topic we on.
That's true, because there should be nothing wrong with telling the next brother, I love you.
Man,
my goodness. I mean, what's the big deal?
If you walk
to the nigga and get a nigga a kiss and rub his ass or something, then say,
man,
that's something different.
That's something completely different.
But if you out hanging with your boys and you chilling, y'all done went bowling, or y'all done went and had drinks, and how fellas, you should always watch it.
Wait. Why you gotta incorporate y'all done went and out on the activity and y'all drinking? See, you setting up some.
I'm not trying to say you gotta drink to say I love you. I'm not trying to say you gotta drink to do that.
You ain't gotta be drinking, nigga. Why?
I'm just saying, you hanging with your boy. You be sitting at the house watching TV or something.
Why exactly?
And feel the endearment to say,
why you can't just be like this here? Hey man, I ain't heard from my nigga Whoopty Whoop in like a week or two. Let me check on him.
Right.
Ooh. What's up with my nigga?
Right.
Man, I'm just tapping in to see how you doing. You good, my nigga? Yeah, I'm good. All right, my nigga. Yeah, man, I'm finna get up out of here, man. Yeah, I'm on my way. All right, my nigga, I'm gonna holler at you, man. Be safe, my nigga. All right, all right, bro. I love you.
Yeah, why you talking so fast though?
I'm just because we're not finna act through a whole conversation. I'm just saying, what's wrong with showing that endearment?
Me personally, I think there's nothing wrong, because I do it all the time. Women do it all the time.
Right.
It's so nothing wrong with
talking men. About is why men
and don't
Why is it an issue when men do it? And it's an issue amongst men, but it's
I think because it's looked upon as being gay.
Perpetuated through society. Exactly.
I think it's looked upon as being gay. And that's the reason why men don't say that to each other, because they don't want nobody to think that they're gay.
Oh, that's some gay shit.
And I think that's kind of fucked up.
So is that what we're going to teach our sons?
Well, you should know.
Is that what we're going to teach our kids? That it's not okay to tell one of your friends that you love them. Really?
Jamal says, hold on, let me go back a little bit.
I know we ain't gonna got that.
They said my radio name in Gulfport, Mississippi is Dr. John King. Okay. Jamal said, I tell Big Bro Squeak I love that nigga every call, because we don't never know what the next day may bring. And
exactly.
That should really be what you think about when you say something like that to somebody. Because especially if somebody lives
another state.
We don't live in the same, not only
another country.
We don't live in the same household.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is not promised to us.
At all.
So if you love your boys and you want to pick up the phone and have a conversation with them before you get off the phone, man, I was just calling to tell you I love you, man.
Exactly. What's the problem?
Don't mean you're gay.
Exactly. You don't mean you gay. Don't mean you soft.
None of that.
It ain't no innuendo to it. It's showing that you care. You got love for this person.
Yeah.
And you want them to know it.
Right.
But society has got us to a point and has boxed us in to where if we as men
Right.
show that publicly or verbally something wrong with us, we get boxed into one of these different little envelopes. But then on the flip side, what they trying to box you into, they push that agenda down your throat on a daily basis.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So let's talk about it. I mean,
so why do you should ask them, why do men and why do society think that it's gay to say that? To say I love you.
Well, I posted on Facebook earlier, and like I said, I had a good response, good feedback from it. I didn't have nobody come on and say really nothing negative about it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody did agree that it's not being seen. They say ain't nothing wrong with doing it. No, man, that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh man, no, you know what I'm saying? I'll do it. But then I say, well, why we don't see it?
Mm-hmm.
And they like, damn, you're right. That's true. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got to look at is why is it not happening? Why do we think that is a problem to where men don't want to do it, especially our younger men? Because I will say that what's up, Mac Johnson? What's up with it over there on YouTube? Mac Johnson, the topic tonight.
Hey,
what we
YouTube
going in,
coming in.
We picking up from the Facebook post that I had earlier. Since I got a nice little response from that, we went ahead and make that the topic from that tonight. One,
you guys.
So we talking about
you guys come on YouTube.
Does it seem like society has an issue with men that's not related to each other telling each other I love you?
Yeah.
And it seems like if we do that, then you get boxed into a certain envelope, or people just don't do it at all. And I think it got a lot to do with society because shit, everything we see is negative. Everything we see is negative imagery.
Or shit is pushed down your throat.
Or on the flip side, it's a gay agenda.
The media is trying to get you to accept
so things. You got to be ultraviolet. Ultraviolet. Or ultra, you got to be ultraviolet or ultraviolet. Okay? You feel me? What the hell? Ain't no in between. You can't just be a heterosexual man that got genuine compassion towards another heterosexual man without it being some motherfucking shit behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Like little bruh said, man, we chop it up. You know what I'm saying? We conduct business, or we just talk.
Comments over here.
We talk. All right, my nigga, I love you. You feel me? Same thing like I was telling with Mac Johnson, man. When we was coming up, it was nothing.
Right. And then go ahead and read some comments now.
All right, so I'm gonna hit. We just got people just now coming on over here, so I'm gonna hit YouTube up. So Eva said, "Society always trying to dictate you. That's the problem. What you should and want, and what you shouldn't be doing." Mona popped in. Hello, cousins. Hey, what's up?
Hey, Mac Johnson, Mona, Eva, Karen.
What's up with y'all? Then Eva said, there is no stigma when a woman tells another woman that she loves them. That's what we were just saying. It's like, that's a double standard, like motherfucker, for real. You know what I'm saying? Mike Johnson said, bruh, because blood don't make you family, it makes you related. Exactly. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like, you know, it's no issue if we tell our pops, I love you, pops, or cousin, love you, cuzzo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Your uncles or whatever, I love you, man. You too, nephew, nothing like that. But when it's one of your partners, or it's like I said, man, what if it's the you know what I'm saying? Barber that you go to. You've been going to this man, you feel me, every week, or every other week. You know what I'm saying? For the last 7-8 years. And y'all chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's the cat that you tell all your problems to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga, y'all know all each other business. Y'all got that certain bond. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me read what Jamal said. Jamal said, and forget what the next motherfucker.
What he
Forget
say?
what the next person think. We know what the hell time we on. You dig me?
For real.
I love y'all, and we love you
Straight
too,
up.
Jamal.
And see, that's the thing is, I think that in order to break that stigma, or in order
It's gonna
to,
have to be shown more.
Yep.
And it's gonna, when I say shown more, I'm talking about put the love. The love got to go back into the communities.
Yes.
And into the homes first.
Yes.
You cannot expect for somebody to love you, or you gonna be able to love somebody if you don't love yourself first.
True.
You gotta love yourself first. That's why I be telling people. They be like, "You a people person." I love people because I love me. Right. I don't like all the times. Sometimes when I act a fool. I'm human.
Right.
But I love me. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to love on people.
And see that's real spill, because like I was telling a couple of people on a Facebook post, it's like these youngsters, they're not openly showing and expressing that love towards each other. And I think that brothers my age, maybe a little younger, 35 and older, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even really got a age limit on it, but I'm talking about, when I say youngsters, I'm talking about these youngsters that's 21 and under. You know what I mean? Youngsters, you know what I'm saying? They need to see brothers that's older than them out in public showing that love.
Right.
Genuinely.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Genuinely showing that love towards one another.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, because then they'll have a template. Then they got a template to paste to trace their moves off of. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not seeing it. They do not have that at all right now.
Right. Well, another thing is, what I think is that the reason why a lot of the young people also, even if they're getting it at home, when they go into society, they see a different society where, hell, the OGs are dressing and looking and acting just like the youth. I'm not saying you don't supposed to try and be as youthful as you want, but there's a point where when you dress up, when you do certain things, you just can't.
Right.
It's like, okay, remember how everybody's grandma used to be a big, heavy-set woman? You know what I'm saying? Their grandmas was big and heavy-set. You just crawl on the grandma and lay on her lap. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like that no more.
Something wrong with you.
I'm saying, that's why I grew up around big, fat grandmamas. I didn't grow around no damn skinny grandma wearing no motherfucking thigh-high boots. What the fuck? But I'm one of them grandmamas. I'm not gonna dress and be fat because you want me to be a big fat grandma and sit up and rock the kids. Ain't gonna work.
Okay.
Ain't gonna happen.
Now, so you saying that to say what?
I was saying that these kids are, when it comes to these kids stepping outside of home, they can get all the love they want at home. But when they step outside of home, it's a different society than what it used to be. There's no longer going to my buddy's house and seeing grandma sitting at home, doing some grandmama shit.
So are you?
You know what I'm saying? Like what?
So are you saying that you think that the parenting and at home has just as much to do, if not more to do with it than society?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying is the kids that are growing up today is probably are getting that love at home. But they're not seeing it like when I was growing up. All the grandmamas was big, fat grandmamas. You can go to your friend's house, grandma was sitting at home peeling some potatoes or watching some TV or had a story to tell you, or blah, blah, blah. Now when you step outside, these kids seeing so many other things than what I grew up and you grew up seeing.
Right.
You know, you would never see your grandma in thigh-high boots and a motherfucker in a miniskirt.
No.
So they're not giving that, huh?
You see, that's crazy, because I was in a barbershop earlier. Mona said, question mark, huh? You lost her.
Well, she lost herself because what I was saying is, listen to what I was saying. I was because you lost. We were talking about how I said another reason why the I'm not doing this with him. I'm not gonna do this with you today.
Mona said,
what
the fuck? Because you lost me for a second too, goddammit.
But
I said, what the fuck?
Because you wasn't paying attention anyway, you were doing some other shit. Okay, so we're talking about signs of love. We're talking about signs of love and endearment. Okay. When children in the house, they can get all the love they want from home. You think that when they go out into society, right, and they deal with society, it'll get the same thing, but it's not like that anymore. No. The times has changed. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. There's no more. You can go to somebody else's house and see love. You still continue to see love. Right. Love. Everywhere you went, you will always love. Right. Now you don't see grandma at home doing shit. Yeah. You don't see the grandparents loving and hugging on each other no more. Absolutely. You don't see the next mom and dad sitting at the table eating dinner and showing love. You don't see that. That's crazy because think about how many of the kids in today, and I'm not calling them kids, but let's say the youth, like I said, 21 and under. Young adults. Yeah. How many of them actually are going, like you said, to their friend's house and seeing grandparents together? All that got to do with seeing family. We've seen all that. Now we know that there are individuals out there that are still doing it, but that is not the norm. On a major scale, you don't have a lot of these youngsters that's going to their friends' houses and each other's houses where, like you said, it's the big family coming together and they got the big family function. And like when we go down to Mona house. Oh, that's a blessing. I like going down to Mona house. That's a blessing. Because you continue to see, you can be they can to come right. You never know who's mad at who. You see if somebody's mad at somebody, you never know it. Right. Because the whole family comes together and get together. You see the love. You see the love among them, and you feel it when you go down there. Of course. That's what I'm talking about. That's a blessing, and you guys are fortunate. Right. Very fortunate. Because very in fortunate. Society, that's not the norm right now. That's not the norm no more. That's how it's supposed to be, but that's not the norm. So that's what I'm saying. If it carries back to so I see what you're saying. Yeah, it carries back to why men don't say they love each other. And that goes back to Eva's point. Society. That's society, not your upbringing. Society has a lot to do with it and a lot of rules, but it's about how you were raised. Right. That's a different thing. Yeah. But absolutely. That's what I'm saying. See, that's why I said even with the good raising from both parents, giving the child that love and everything. But when he steps outside, the only time he sees it is when he goes back home. In today's time. In today's society. Yes. You don't go to Tony's house and see it. You don't go to Derek's house and see it. You don't see it no more. That's true. So that's the breakdown. So we got comments, Facebook and on YouTube. Over here on YouTube said, Mac Johnson said, I'm back. Mona question marks. Mona said, even Squeak lost. Mona, exactly that look. No, I understand now. I understand exactly what she's saying. Mac Johnson said, because the new generation, the roles have reversed. Mac Johnson, you're going to have to elaborate on that. What do you mean? I know what you mean, but I need you to go in on what you mean when you said it's because the generation that we in today, the roles have reversed. I need you to go in on that. So before we come back to you, I'm going to go over here. Go ahead, Angel. Okay, we got some. She got a lot of comments over on Facebook. Scott, what's up with Doc? So Lee says, everybody that is normal is 25% gay. No, whoa, huh? Say what? No one straight or perfect. Whoa, wait. Hold on. Let me finish. Male and female and male. We are negative and positive. That is what makes us work our car too. Now that get their face for real. Clint said, hey y'all. He said, who raised them? That's what I'm talking about. You can give a child all the raising possible. I'm still trying to.
contemplate what the fuck Lee
can you elaborate on what you just said? Let me go back.
Negative, positive, sound like some science class.
McGee, go and elaborate on what you said when you said everybody who is normal is 25% gay.
Bullshit.
No one straight or perfect.
All right.
Male and female, female and male. We are negative and positive. That's what makes our car engines work too.
All right, over here on Facebook, Lamar just joined. Lamar, what's up with the big dog? What we talking about? What we talking about? I had a post on Facebook earlier that said, "Is it okay for us to tell other men that's not related to us that we love them?" And it had a big response, so I carried it over on tonight's episode of our podcast. So that's what we talking about right now. We talking about men that's not related to you telling each other that we love them. And everybody that hit back and responded on the Facebook, 100 and some comments, everybody pretty much said, yeah, it's good. Ain't nothing wrong with doing that. So I'm like, okay, it's good. And I agree with that. So if that's the case, then why don't we see enough of it
in society?
Why is it not shown? Why is it, especially amongst our youth?
Right.
So that's what we've been talking about. That's what we've been going on. We've been talking
about. And that's why I came in with the segment about the youth are not seeing it. They're seeing it only at home and not what like we used to see it.
They don't got no templates. There's no more templates.
Yeah. There's no more.
Back when I was coming up, you know what I'm saying? You could always go in and see brothers showing that endearment, showing that, like, what's up, my brother, man? Oh, all right, man. Oh,
man,
you know, I miss him, man. How your mama doing? All right, man. Take care, man. I love you, man.
Hey, you know the new line is now when it comes to brothers, sisters, family. Nigga, blood don't make you family. You know what I'm saying?
Which is true.
And see, that was different for me. Because even though
and the reason why that type of statement even got room to have,
because that's the way it is. Because that's the way motherfuckers treat you.
A lot of your bloodline.
There's no more loyalty with family.
And so scandalous.
There's no more loyalty with family. You have to build families now.
Are not of your bloodline. Treat you more like family. So you be like, you know what? Hey, well, they treat me better than these.
And see, that kind of.
So that's my real family.
That
I can understand it.
That kind of is a really sad thing to say,
like
though.
You said, because it used to be like that.
Because
my family was my family.
You know, I'm 56.
That was our tribe.
Nigga, I'll be 56 next month.
Who?
I will. For real? Anyway. And when I was being raised, my mom had 9 kids. 9 fucking kids. And there was not one time or one day that we did not go and let each other know that we loved each other. We ate at the table together. We sat and we talked. We did homework at the table. We conversated. We talked about school, our friends, our neighbor. We played.
Yes.
We looked out for each other.
We had a real community.
It's like we had a connection.
A community.
We were so close, and when we walked down the street, we all held hands. We held hands, and now we motherfucking now older again. We can't even motherfucking stand each other. How the fuck it get like that?
Tell me. All right, over here on Facebook, Lamar said, man, that's definitely okay. We need more of that, especially within the Black community. Agreed 1,000%. You got any other comments?
I do. YouTube? I do. Clinton came in. He said, who raised them?
What's up, Clinton?
He said, that's right. He was talking about commenting on the subject.
Okay. Over here on YouTube, Mona said, that's an O-Day to my parents. Salute to them because they have created a foundation that you guys have continued. And see, that's the thing about it. Your parents set that foundation, but then y'all as adults continue to keep that going. And it was that constant. It's that constant show of love.
Let me ask her a question. Mona, I met your family and I love your family. I think you have a beautiful family. And I am honored for you guys to take me in and give me all the love and show me all the love y'all do every time we come down here.
Real spill.
What is it that your family, as being adults, not the kids, not the nephews, none of that, you sisters and brothers, what is it that you guys are doing that a lot of people that I know, I say in my nationality, don't do with their sisters and brothers. Why is it so hard for us to have a connection that's very close and show love toward each other instead of tearing each other down in so many ways when it comes? I don't know. It seems like it's so much in our nationality.
Exactly. And to just to end a little tighter, look at how the camaraderie amongst the men is in her family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful. I mean, they love each other. They show each other
verbally.
We see
them.
this.
I love you, man, and hug.
Right.
And, you know, we see
them. We see the brother-in-law hugging the next brother-in-law.
Right.
And the brother and the sisters, all the sisters. It's beautiful.
Yeah. All right.
It's beautiful.
So, okay. So, Eva says, I remember when my kids were growing up, how their friends would come to our house and they would be shocked to see that there was a mother and a father in the house. That's one thing.
Right.
Doing that, how they lived, it was just one parent in the household. That has a big impact on how that would affect, especially males growing up.
Yeah.
And Mac Johnson said, I tell my partners, be safe. I love y'all all the time, but you got to, especially if that's your partner. Because the last thing we want to do is know that we deal with somebody. It's our partner. We got a relationship with them. We got love for them. We don't never show it, never express it, never verbalize it, and then something end up happening to them.
Right.
And then we all on Facebook or at the funeral talking about how much we love.
If
you did, why you never said it?
This is the thing that kills. I think the thing.
And not saying that don't mean that you don't love them because you don't say it.
Right.
But do you know the energy that puts out?
Right.
When you let a person know, man, a person could be on the brink of
don't know what the fuck going on with them, right?
Going off the ledge, and you might be able to talk to him. All right, bro, I love you. And that could be the thing that
over there.
You know what I mean? Stop them.
You got some comments over there, do you?
Goldie, what's up with it? What's up, Andre? Yeah, I got a couple comments.
Okay, let's do it because I'm getting them over here too.
All right. So Lamar said the reason why there's an absence is because of the older generation gave up on the younger generation. There's no more big homies or OGs. There's a big generation.
Who said that?
Lamar Scott.
He said he think the older generation gave up on the younger generation?
He said the reason why there's an absence is because
I don't agree with that.
The older generation gave up on the young generation. There's no more big homies or OGs. There's a generational
I think it
gap.
is.
I don't agree with
the older generation to a degree. I don't believe that the older generation gave up on the younger generation. I don't believe in that. I think a lot of it.
To a degree, I do. And I'll come back and explain how. You go ahead and express.
Now I want you to finish reading your comments.
That was the other one. Goldie just checking in. What's up with it, Goldie? What's happening? So my bad. For everybody that might be just jumping in, or you jump in, jump out. For those that's just coming in, right? What we talking about right now is why is there a problem with men telling other men that are not related to them, I love you? Is there an issue? Is there an issue with that? And if there's nothing wrong with that, then why is it not happening? All right, so Lamar, going back real quick, because we got a lot of people coming in. Going back, Lamar said the reason why there's an absence is because the older generation gave up on the younger generation. There's no more big homies, no more OGs. There's a generational gap. So go ahead.
Well, I think there definitely is a generational gap. We can definitely see that from the dressing and the way they talk to adults and all that. I think a lot of it had to do with kids raising kids. I think a lot of it had to do with, we wasn't popping out babies at 14, 13, 15, 16 years old. Because my mama told me one thing. If you have a baby in my house, that lets me know you've grown. You got to get the fuck out of my house. You got to go. I was so scared. I was 18 years old when I got pregnant. Had my child, 19. I was so scared to tell my mama because she always said she gonna kick me out. Well, I got pregnant in Mississippi. My mama found out, brought me back to California.
She's originally from Mississippi.
Yeah, brought me back to California and I had my daughter. She didn't kick me out. She made sure I was okay. But the fact that somewhere down the line, we wasn't getting pregnant young. Babies wasn't having babies. So when babies have babies, how the fuck you gonna raise a baby? Gonna raise a baby to grow them up and say, hey, you're gonna need a community help, like the community help raise the child.
Yeah.
Your uncle came over and told you something to do. Sit your ass down. Your mama told you something to do. You shut the fuck up. Your big cousin just told you to shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. But now it's no longer that. So how did we fail them? I don't think we failed them. I think they got disrespectful and they didn't want their ass chapped and they start being.
All right. So where I say that I agree with that comment to a degree, the older generation failed the younger generation is because the older generation, what I would call brothers of my age, in between 35 and 50 years old. I would say the older generation has failed the ones that are, let's say, 25 and under to a degree. And here's how. They have failed them to a degree because they have not provided a consistent template for these brothers to trace after. They have not provided in society, the majority of the brothers that's in that age bracket that I mentioned, in between that 40 to 55, unfortunately, are dead.
Yeah.
In bracket that I mentioned, in between that 40 to 55, unfortunately, are dead.
Yeah. Because they're going to these different places.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, but that's all designed by system though.
Okay, wait. We know that, but not all of that though. Being a dope fiend and being strung out ain't you can't just say that. I'm saying you said go by society. You said go. No, I said that the majority of brothers that's that age in between 40 and 55 are either dead, strung out on drugs, incarcerated, or deadbeats. And that in particularly does not have anything to do with a system. That's a lot of bad choices.
Yeah.
Now we got brothers from that age bracket that is phenomenal. But the majority, which is these youngsters' dads, uncles, big cousins that you talk about, like how we had growing up, that's their circumstance. So when you don't have nothing else to trace after, to a degree, yes, because of our actions, we have failed them. We've left them to the wolves.
Yeah, well,
to a certain degree.
I can
and the wolves is society.
I guess I can sit a little.
So
bit,
to a degree,
but
we can't all the way be completely upset when we have these youngsters experimenting with Percocets, Xanax, wearing extremely tight clothing. Where's the template to counter that? Where's the masses of men that is saying, don't you take that shit?
Well, because a lot of that
because
shit,
you got a lot
of men are not at home anymore to counteract that shit. And because a lot of the mamas ain't even sitting there saying, no, I'm not buying you no tight ass pants. No, I'm not buying you no $300 motherfucking Jordan. No, because
and do you
these
think,
kids got too many goddamn choices now.
And do you not think if there was a man in the household?
Oh yeah, I think
that they would be curtailing a lot of that.
Yeah, I think a lot of that. Yeah,
absolutely. And we ain't even talked about. I didn't even dive into, which I said the deadbeat ones, but I ain't even dive into the ones who are trying to dress like them, taking the Xannies just like them,
right?
Talking just like them, on lean just like them,
Right.
How are they going to want to change if what they look up to, they could look at or look down?
That's true. I agree with that.
All right, man. I'm feeling it
tonight. I still don't think it's
I said I agree with it to
a certain
extent.
point. Okay.
Yeah, only to an extent.
Well, you know I'm gonna be the opposite challenge. But
Let's go.
I got a lot of comments over here. Sorry, you guys.
Thank
you guys for still staying here. So let's get back up to Lee says, ask a RN nurse. They will tell you I am a doctor and a fortune teller. Clinton says, and I was taught to say yes, ma'am, yes, sir, no, ma'am, no, sir, when speaking to our elders. Greet our fellow man and treat our women folk with the utmost and common courtesy.
Right.
That's true. You can't, and Lee said you can't be happy unless you are gay. What?
Something's wrong with Lee. Lee is on the other plane.
Clint say real spill. This is about what you said. Clint said the younger the generation becomes disrespectful to the OGs and the triple OGs. So since they know so much, let them loose to the wolves and later tell them, I told you so with your hard head.
That's what I said to a degree that is failing them though. If we know better, we can't just let them be crash dummies. Right. And if we do that, then we can't say shit about it.
Right. I think you have some comments right
here. All right, we got comments on YouTube. YouTube said, I don't. Mac Johnson said, I don't, sis. Mona said, thank you. We love y'all too. There's times that we may not talk for a few days, but when we get together, we know how to have fun. Y'all sure do.
That's because they respect each other.
Exactly. And it's love.
Yeah, it's genuine love. That's the difference.
Mona said, I believe us sisters being as close as we are, the brother-in-laws, they follow suit.
That's right. That is
real shit. Because if the brothers-in-law seen all kind of division or they be like, man, baby, I don't want to go over here. I know me, I'll be like, baby, I don't want to go over there to that shit.
Right.
If it was all that, I'd be like, baby, I'm cool.
Right.
You go to this house, and that's going to cause division.
Exactly.
Good point.
Very good point.
Mona says, we usually try to get the grown kids involved too, and y'all do. Just got to stay happy and cherish the family events.
Ooh, amen.
No lie, that's number mirror.
That's real.
All right, I'm blew up over here on Facebook.
Is your phone dying? You got dark on me.
I don't know. It might be. So said, Goldie said, what are we talking about? The ones our age or the ones up under us? We're talking about, in particular, as you can see, the ones that are a generation behind us, the youngsters, is where it's really lacking.
2 generations behind me.
Yep. You know the ones behind
so damn disrespectful. So
Goldie said, for our generation, that down low fad fucked everything up.
The down low?
Cats being on the down low.
What she mean?
The down low. The down low
brothers. Yeah.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? It fucked it up to where it made brothers not want to be so expressive no more.
Oh yeah, I can agree with that.
That nigga on the down low.
Oh yeah, she hit a nail on the head with that one.
You know what I'm saying? Damn, that nigga just told me he loved me.
Yeah.
And it made everybody. That's what I'm saying.
That had a lot to do with
different boxes. It made everybody feel like, oh shit, I can't say that.
What y'all think? Do y'all think the down low era?
Yeah.
Got brothers to the point where now they can't show affection to each other by saying, "Hey man, I love you."
Good point.
Great point.
On point. You on point for sure. Goldie also said we learned back in our day how to be men in West Oakland. Streets from rap and boys and pimps. No lie, on some real shit. Lamar said, but you also got adults fighting kids.
Right, that's true.
In Stockton, California,
that's true.
These adults hate the kids, and they verbally express it all over social media.
That's sad.
There's no more community. We don't even have community centers.
Well, baby, every adult ain't like that. I love kids. I love young adults. Everybody ain't like that. That's some stupid ass adults.
That's a bunch of ignorance, and he ain't lying.
Fucking ignorant.
I know exactly.
Why would you stand and fight a goddamn?
I invite you on, but every time we invite somebody on, it fucks the live up. But I'll try to do it
Is your phone about to die? Because you can get this charger, this plug over here and plug
Burner,
the
what's
phone
up with it? Goldie said, have you read about the mass incarceration?
Of what? Children or adults? They put them in camps?
Or you need to take social problems as a college course. Have you read mass incarceration?
Oh, no.
Or take social problems as a college course?
Mm-mm.
Shit, I could help instruct one.
Right.
Because, man, our society, man, I see what's going on. We can feel what's going on. We see the writing on the wall. At this point, it's like, you know, what do we do? You know, only thing I can say is, as individuals, we have to start being that template.
Right.
If it's
well, you got to start showing it out in public to each
exactly.
other. You got to be able to go to your
about,
boy when you see him or he come over or whatever y'all do and go up to him and say, hey, man, I love you.
Right.
And exactly. I don't give a fuck about who see it or who know. You know, motherfucker gonna talk about you whether you do good or bad.
Exactly.
So, fuck.
All right. You know, I do it. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I show my endearment and I can guarantee you ain't none of my partners, none one of my niggas, none one of my homeboys that I done gave a hug to or told I love you, man, done for any half a millisecond done thought anything funny about the boy.
Right.
Because they just know that I got love for him. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it. It ain't a bunch of motherfuckers that I'm finna just be running around. I love you, man. I love you, man. I love you. I love you.
Right.
If I tell you that, nigga, I love you.
Right. That's why I was saying
really
earlier.
Rock with you.
That's what I was saying earlier. So many people say it, but do they really mean it?
Okay.
They take that word love and they just use it so like it's, oh, I love you too.
Now I could say,
how deep is your love for that person though, for real?
You know, I think that's that I could see a lot of females do that probably a lot more.
Oh yeah, we do it.
Women use that word so loosely.
Very
loosely. Each other. Girl, I love you, and it's somebody they just met.
Right,
you know
right.
30 days ago. Not saying that it's impossible to do that.
Right.
But yeah, I would agree with that, especially when it comes to females. You know, they're a little looser when it comes to distribution of that word. Goldie said it's a book. I'm gonna have to check it out, man. You said it's a book. It's called Mass Incarceration.
Let me read what Clinton
What's the author? Shoot the author. I'll go check it out.
Oh, did I turn the camera around?
It tells the truth of the government plans to entrap. Okay.
Clinton says.
Say now. What's up, Prince?
Lee said we was on the right street, but we made the wrong turns. Clinton said, but the building extended cord and have an ass whooping Mardi Gras, like we used to get when we messed up. And Lee said, control your woman or your woman and kids will control you. You sound like you used to that Willie Lynch.
Something wrong with Lee.
Lee, you on the Willie Lynch long.
Something wrong with Lee. Burn, what's up? What's up with it, Jack?
I love it. You guys, thank y'all, man.
Love you too, big dog.
I love you guys.
Goldie said this.
And I'm saying it because that's just the person I am.
Real spill, man.
I love people. I love all y'all. But until you fuck up with me, now I'll show you no more love. It's gone.
Period.
It's gone.
But man, we gotta start providing that balance, man, because we got so much
negativity.
So much negativity, so much and I just want to, let it, like you said, make sure that is genuine love.
And just not saying just to say, oh, I love you.
Oh, just man, I don't know. Me personally, like, you know what I mean? I got homeboys that I've been rocking with for some for 10 years. Some for 15, some for 20, some for 30 plus years. You know what I'm saying? That I'm still partners with to this day. And every now and then they'll cross my mind. And these cats, we don't talk on the phone. We don't see each other for months. Nigga, some of us years before we even have a conversation with each other. And every now and then they'll pop up on my mind or come across my spirit or whatever you want to call it. And I'll get on the horn and I'll reach out. And I'll call that brother and check on him. And it's because I miss them. It's because I care about them.
You want to know
And
how
it ain't
they're doing.
nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with picking up the phone. You ain't heard from your partner in 2-3 years, man. And you hit them and you, what's up, man? What's up with my nigga, man? Ooh, man, I was just calling, man. I miss you, man. I was thinking about you. Now you say that, boy. You miss me.
Right.
You was thinking about me. Nigga, what you mean? That's how the youngsters, you know what I'm saying? The youngsters, this nigga called me talking about he miss me. He thinking.
Why you can't make this face though?
You know what I'm saying, though? For real, man.
Oh my goodness.
We gotta get up. We can't let them box us in, man. Cause something that simple, that's a perfect example. Something that simple, man. As a grown ass man, in my 40s, man, I got partners, like I said, man, and I've been rocking for 30 something years that I've known since I was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? Since I was 12, 13 years old. 28 years, 30 years, you've been fucking with somebody. Y'all made a fault, y'all made a whatever, but y'all partners. Y'all done ate at each other, y'all done broke bread, y'all done crimes, y'all partners.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened to them, man, you're gonna be broke. So if you got partners like that you fuck with, that you deal with, that's your boys, how is it, why should you allow for society or anything else to box you in to not be able to show your public or verbalize how you feel about them? Right. Because you're scared about what somebody else gonna say or think. And I know like a lot of the homies is saying.
I think the men, y'all should start a love challenge.
Well, I don't know if that's what it takes. You know, these niggas motherfuckers are retarded nowadays, so maybe that is. It may take a challenge. But I don't want to do nothing like that because I don't want to do nothing like that because that ain't gonna be genuine. It ain't gonna be genuine.
I feel you exactly.
Then everybody gonna just be running out recording themselves. Hey man, what's up, man? I just called to tell you I love you, man. Or no, that shit fake. It gotta be real.
Right.
It gotta be something where these youngsters they feel the vibe.
Right.
When they out and about, they seeing brothers. We gotta get back, man, to that, man. We gotta, man, brothers, men. When we out here in traffic, it first and foremost can start with this here. When you are in traffic, when you are out and about and you see another man, there's nothing wrong with saying, hello, what's up? There's nothing wrong with that. First and foremost, it's called common courtesy, greeting. We don't even do that.
Right. That's it.
You'll be coming in the door, a motherfucker be coming out of the door.
Shit. And
not only will whoever's coming out first not hold the door for the next person,
right?
We'll avoid each other, not speak,
right,
and do it moving.
Yeah,
that shit gotta change, or we can't keep on complaining about where we at as a society.
And it didn't used to be like that, because I'm from a state that I was raised to speak to everybody. You walking down the street, you pass Miss Jones' house, you speak to everybody.
Yeah, man.
And we spoke, and we meant it. You know, hey, how are you? I'm fine. Yeah, baby.
We gotta get.
If you say that to somebody out here lately,
what's up with it, D Wood?
Within the last 2 years.
What's up, Darren? That's bruh.
And within the last 2 years, they look at you like you freaking crazy.
Yeah, man.
Like you're not supposed to speak.
Yeah, so it's like if we at a place in society where we don't even want to speak to each other walking down the street, right? And I can see where youngsters not want to tell each other I love you in public.
Right, exactly. You get
or not call they probably be like, man, I miss you, man. How you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it can common. Be. But the thing is, like you said, it can be changed.
It gotta be changed. Because if it don't change, we gonna continue to be where we at.
Because don't you feel like this?
In last place.
Don't you feel like this when you wake up in the morning? Sometimes it's like you want to do something to make yourself feel good for that day. So, because you know it's just so much shit on TV, so much.
Don't even want to turn the radio.
don't want to. I mean,
TV,
you would live.
your phone.
Yeah, because there's so much hate and negativity and bad energy that's going on.
Exactly. You know what? You show ain't lying, because what I had to start doing is, and I know I'm not the only one that got caught up like this. I was at a point to where, because I get up so early in the morning, I had got to a point to where I get up, first thing I did do, get up, go to the bathroom, and grab my phone, right? And I would grab my phone, get on my phone, and go on to social media. And as soon as I go on to social media, the first 3-4 things I would see would be some bullshit, something dumbass negative. And not even knowing, subconsciously, I done already started my day off with some bullshit.
Yeah.
So I had to break that cycle and was like, nah, I ain't doing that. Before I do that, I'm going to meditate, pray, whoop, do my woo-wop, do my shit, get my mind right, get my spirit right, so I could be in a certain place. So then when I go to the social media, I can filter anything that ain't lining up with where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Because man, that's a good point, because that's where it's at nowadays, is so much bullshit, so much
you don't feel love from nobody
floating, and so much negativity. There's no balance. So these kids is waking up negative.
Right, exactly.
They wonder why they tripping at school. They got phones. They got iPads.
What is that crawling? Is that a spider?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, where did he come from?
I don't know, but I know where he's going.
Oh, he just crawled up like it was the thing to do.
Can you get a napkin or something?
Hello, here. I'm sorry. The shit that happens.
The itsy bitsy spider.
I just seen something down move. I'm like, oh, what is it?
Knocked him down. Anyway, yeah, man, we got to provide that balance and start having templates for these youngsters to trace after.
Yeah.
Start telling each other y'all love each other more, man. Tell you not only your family members and your immediate loved ones, but tell your partners that's real solid, man, that you really got love for and you really show gratitude towards, man. Let them know how you feel about them, man, that you cherish them, that you love them, man, that they important to you, that you value them. Give them their roses while they're alive.
Right, exactly. Okay, I got a couple of what's called.
Go ahead.
Always remember that when you have a problem, you're a part of it. Love is actually speaks louder than words, showing you don't have to tell. Love is not for sale.
I like that. That's what I'm saying. Let's start showing it, man. Let's start showing that love more. Let's start showing more love, man.
Well, it's 9 o'clock, babe.
All right, we finna get up out of here. It's 9. Yep, it's 9. It's coming on 9 right now. So,
because I have an hour to do my karaoke.
So yeah, man. Thanks everybody for joining in. Before we get up out of here, Goldie said I need to tap in and let me know what station you want or what you got going on, so I can verbally put mine in. For sure, man. Hey, man, we over here on YouTube. Tap in. We on YouTube. We got our podcast on YouTube on Pernt Media. ONPURNT Media. Go ahead and tap in, subscribe. We on every Tuesday, every Thursday at 7:30. Every Tuesday and every Thursday Pacific Standard Time, 7:30. Every Tuesday and every Thursday on Pernt Media. ONPURNT. Tap in, man. We go live. We go in about all kind of topics just like this. Everything up under the sun, man. And we keep it lit. We keep it popping. And at all times, we're going to always be on Pernt. You feel me? So we finna get up out of here, man. Thanks everybody. Thanks everybody on YouTube.
Thank you
all
guys.
Our people on YouTube. Everybody over here on Pandora's page for tapping in. Everybody that slid through on my Facebook. We appreciate y'all, man. One love. Everybody go ahead and hit like, subscribe, share, comment. We appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all, man. Y'all have a good weekend. Be safe, man. Be safe out here in these streets. You know what I'm talking about? Take care of each other. Show that love, man. Spread the love. And we gonna see y'all Tuesday. Next Tuesday, man, we gonna have a lit topic. You know what I'm talking about? Love y'all, man. Salute, man. One. We about this thing. Yeah, I'm going to get the name of the authors for that book for you. Right on. Shoot that to me now. I'll check it out. I'll for sure check it out. All right, man. We out.